Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another video. It's kind of a Call of Duty multiplayer slash zombies video. Not gonna 100% call it just the zombies. It does have some zombies elements to it. Actually, a lot of the bundles recently seem to have a lot of zombies inspiration behind it. But that would seem almost like clickbait. So what I'm really just gonna do is break down the new bundle that's called Hot Shot. Kind of tell you the backstory behind it, what it means, just in case if you're a little bit younger and you don't know the references in some of these bundles. I did this also for Modern Warfare Warzone, and it did really well, especially the Halloween skin that they couple Halloween skins that they released during the Halloween time. Kind of more like the Mad Scientist one. I actually even forget what it was called at this point. But a lot of the bundles that they're releasing for Cold War, and also again, like I said, for Modern Warfare, they have a little bit of stories behind it, backstories, movies, um, primarily movies and other stuff from pop culture. So this one, Hot Shot, as you can see, it's 2,400 COD points. You get an operator, two guns, a weapon charm, and a bracelet. Not necessarily watches anymore. It looks like you get more like bracelets. So from the naked eye, let's say, you're probably not gonna have a clue what it's about. Again, it does have some zombies references. I'm not gonna 100% go into that. It makes it seem like everything is like I'm desperately looking for a zombies connection, which funny enough it was. It is in the zombies canon, more the Jimmy Zielinski Black Ops 1 original zombies canon. But I don't know if it's necessarily meaning anything for Cold War. That's why I don't want to kind of label it like a zombies video or, Easter egg solve or anything like that because it's a popular movie and it's used in a lot of other Easter eggs and stuff like that. So, like I said, just for this first photo, it's called Hot Shot, and it shows the cost and the operator. And it says, place the mission first and be the hero with the Hot Shot bundle. So, what it actually is referencing is the movie from John Carpenter called They Live. And as you can see, the skeleton and the sunglasses is kind of a dead giveaway. No pun intended, which is pretty funny. But the movie is from the 80s, and it says you've seen them in the street, you watch them on TV, you think they're people just like you. You're wrong, dead wrong. This is actually a very important Easter egg in Call of Duty Zombies: The Ether Story. But I eventually am gonna do a breakdown of the movie and how it inspired a lot of the zombies. But for now, I'm just talking about the bundle, showing you kind of the reference or inspiration for it. As you can see, the guy's wearing sunglasses, and you can see some type of zombie or um, humanoid type creature in the reflection. Again, I'll just jump back real quick. Kind of reverse flip flop, but you'll see how everything fits in together. So again, this was the moon loading screen. You can see how it kind of resembled it with the eyeball and the astronaut's helmet being kind of similar to the reflection of the moon, a reflection of the alien and the moon and everything like that. And there is some references of the movie in the actual moon zombies map, but I'm not gonna go down and break everything for you. And it probably was supposed to carry over into Black Ops 2, but obviously a lot changed for Black Ops 2, and I'm not going to go into that stuff. But just kind of showing you again more of the bundle and how it references this movie They Live. So in the bundle and in the movie you'll see it's for the Woods operator, and it's called Eliminator, and the guns are called Apollo and Razor's Edge. Um, Power level is the charm, bruiser is the cord, guillotine roll, snake eyes is the emblem, and bloody rose is the sticker. Now, I'll be honest with you, again, I don't go through every single detail as for the solve. More than likely, it references stuff from the movie, but the movie again is They Live, and Again, the Eliminator is the name of the skin, and it's actually supposed to be referencing with kind of, I guess they did. I wonder if like the sunglasses were maybe going to be too much like a copyright infringement, so they changed a lot of it. Um, but okay, I kind of do it. This is a little bit jumbled, but that's fine. So the wrestler, um, it's an 80s wrestler, 90s wrestler. His name was Roddy Piper. And let me see if I can jump to it. So instead of it being called, sorry, that was probably really bright because it's even really bright for me. But Hot Rod, Roddy Piper was the wrestler. Obviously, they can't use a kilt and Scottish theme or even the colors because it's going to be too much of a copyright. But jumping back really quickly, it's instead of calling it Hot Rod, it's called Hot Shot. And again, his name is Roddy Piper, Hot Rod, a wrestler from the 80s, 90s, even the 2000s. The thing with wrestlers, they can't walk away from it. There's actually a movie called The Wrestler, and they're just kind of addicted to wrestling. And honestly, some of them don't have. You don't get paid a lot back then to be a wrestler, so a lot of them didn't have any other jobs or sources of income, so they're forced to almost wrestle till they're in their 60s and 50s and 60s and maybe even 70s. Some of them, they're kind of addicted to it. I mean, it keeps them in the limelight, so to speak. But he ended up wrestling for a lot of decades. I think probably 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, maybe in 2010. So he ended up wrestling for a long time. Now, as far as the Apollo goes, it looks like it's referencing two things. I personally knew it as Apollo. I remember being like a Greek wrestler. Again, I'm not going to click on the Wikipedia link and break it down and go through everything. Just kind of like showing the solve, and if people want to go and look at it on their own, they can go and read up on it. But I'll just read the little quick synopsis, I guess. One is Phil Apollo, um, which was a wrestler, and then the Greek god Apollo was a wrestler also. So that is just really quickly. I'm just gonna jump through that just to kind of show it. Now this one, I don't know why I didn't copy it or cut and paste it properly. It looks like, but that move there, which I don't know why it didn't. I don't know. I'm not gonna sweat it, so to speak. But that move that and the wrestler was called Razor Ramon, and the move was called the Razor's Edge. And you have to trust me because I thought I had it cropped properly or whatever, but for some reason it might have went out of place. Because honestly, I just screenshot it and put this together. So as you can see, his wrestling shorts, as they call it, or trunks, it says Razor. His name was Razor Ramon, and that move that he's doing right now, his finishing move, which would be awesome if they would put that in there. But honestly, everything is so unique, it can easily be copyrighted, and then Activision and Call of Duty can get sued. But that move, and you can actually see, funny enough, the razor blade on his knee pad. So Razor's Edge was kind of the nickname for that move, his finishing move, and his name was Razor or Razor Ramon. So that's a reference, just kind of hinting, I guess, maybe a love for wrestling, or just to help give you a hint if you're not familiar with it, that um, Frank Woods is supposed to be Roddy Piper in this situation, just jumping back and forth. He does have the thing going across his chest, so that's a little bit the same. He has a shotgun, but I guess if I think the operator skin, whatever gun that I have as my gun, it would be the one that he's holding as my viewing gun or whatever they call it. So another thing too, which is a really super popular famous quote, says "kick ass, take names, double check the bubble gum," and then it says "this is Woods Eliminator operator skin." I think the aliens, they're actually aliens. I think they were called something similar to the Eliminator. I think that might be why. I think it's in reference. He's not an alien. But the movie, basically, with the sunglasses, you can see who's an alien and who's not. or a zombie, or I don't think they're really zombies. They're more aliens that just look like zombies. Very popular movie in pop culture. Again, the Razor's Edge, Razor Ramon. So the movie again, and I probably should have this in the beginning, but honestly, you probably think I'm kidding. I really kind of, actually, one thing I really need to break this down and show you how it really relates to zombies, but I'll do that at another time. But it says They Live is a 1988. Actually, skip all that. I just want to kind of do the plot. It says a drifter credited. Uh, okay, so I remember this now. Roddy Piper's character never had a name. He was just called a drifter. And it's from a comic made into a movie. It says, while out on the street, he sees a street preacher warning that they have recruited the rich and powerful to control humanity. Nada takes a job on a construction site and befriends fellow construction worker Frank, who leads him to a shantytown soup kitchen. So the wrestler, or let's call him the Eliminator, or Roddy Piper, he's kind of like a homeless drifter slash nomad, and he's just looking for work, going through different towns, I guess, looking for work. He doesn't have any place to stay or food, so one of his co-workers, I guess they weren't making a lot of money. They go to a church or a soup kitchen, obviously, and they end up eating there, and I think that's where they find the sunglasses. It says that night a hacker takes over television broadcasts claiming that scientists had discovered signals that were enslaving the population and keeping them in a dreamlike state, and that the only way to stop it is to shut off signal at its sources. This actually reminded me a lot about. I'm like I said, I'm not saying it's an Easter egg or anything like that, or a hint to herself. But back then when I researched this, because it is tied into Moon, I thought maybe it had to do with the global polarization in Black Ops 2. Don't think it really has, but anyways, on the building. And I actually said it would be a great way to undo maybe what was done in Black Ops 2 is take this story and use it for Black Ops 2 Transit, Buried, and Dire Eyes, where now instead of turning on the Tower of Babel Easter egg and the global polarization and all that maybe we need to go down, turn off the signal, because I'm like, maybe in the first Black Ops 2 that we actually turned on the signal to help control people, make them zombies and stuff like that. I said that would be a great way in Transit Remastered to reverse it and do the opposite, where we're actually turning off the transit, what are they called again? Oh my gosh, I can't remember when anyways, the towers, I guess, in Buried, Transit, and Dire Eyes. Those watching the broadcast complain of headaches. Nada secretly follows Gilbert and the street preacher into a nearby church. He discovers them with a group that includes the hacker. He sees scientific equipment and cardboard boxes inside, and hears Gilbert worrying that Hoffman lenses they made won't be enough strong enough. They won't wait. That the Hoffman lenses they made won't be enough without strong people to help them. Nada is discovered by the blind preacher and escapes. Oh, I remember this now. I think Nada was one of the humans that looked like aliens. But you don't know that until you put the sunglasses on. That night, the shantytown and church are destroyed in a police raid, and the hacker and preachers are beaten by riot police. The following day, Nada retrieves one of the boxes from the church and takes a pair of sunglasses from it, hiding. Oh wait, Nada is the drift. No, Nada's the good guy, I think. The main character. Hiding the rest in a trash can, Nada discovered that the sunglasses make the world appear black and white. but also reveals subliminal messages in the media to obey, consume, reproduce, and conform. It says the glasses also reveal that many people are actually aliens with skull-like faces. Again, I don't think I have much after this, do I? No, I don't think I didn't think I did. But that's pretty much it. It's just a reference to the movie. I do eventually need to let everybody know more about how it actually fit into zombies and the original Black Ops 1. Not gonna really say Black Ops 2. Could have been just like a little Easter egg reference. Not, I'm not saying it has 100% to do with the plot, but it is has to do with obviously the moon and stuff like that. I mean, you can probably jump into Moon and see what I'm talking about if you never noticed it before. But this has been in zombies before, but for some reason it's just a popular movie. I don't see us going to Moon in Cold War, which would be kind of cool to see an updated version of the Moon, maybe different, reimagined. That's why I didn't want to show too much of Moon and how it all fit together in Moon. Might just be a reference to the actual, just a reference to the movie. And it's cool, like I said, they're doing a lot of these bundles for movies about aliens and zombies and stuff in pop culture. That for them to put that in here is pretty cool because now you can like officially play as him, and obviously it's copyrighted, so they're not gonna. See, the only thing I was thinking of, like, the Eliminator, is that like a cross between the Terminator and the character himself? Um, but if as far as the other stuff is concerned, like the Power Cell, Bruiser, Cord, like those are just like wrestling moves. Snake Eyes, I don't know what that is. I think these are all like quotes and references in the movie, but I don't remember, and I don't want to go search and just break down the movie bit by bit. Again, Apollo was a wrestler. The character himself, Roddy Piper, was a famous wrestler, and that's how it all kind of fits together. I have to really go back and like I've only done this for the most obvious ones or notice the most obvious movie references, but I do need to go back and look at all the skins and maybe try and rack my brain to see how everything fits in or what it means. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.